probably another chant of reject. Then he seems to be also having trouble with members of elected members from the same region, of whom he may need support if at all he wants to make this a political move, even in the houses of legislation. Don't you think that probably he's overreaching and going a bit overboard?
Thanks, Fred. I think, first of all, I've listened again to my colleagues here. And Senator Mungatana had the audacity to say that Rigathi Gachagua has not read the finance bill.
He said it himself. He said it himself.
But he said, I'm explaining.
Himself.
But he said that he's reading. That once we are done.
But he said it's not read. I'm not.
Once Senator Mungatana,
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You can practice more patience. So, that once he's done, then he will give the official position. I don't think he has given any official position. I don't think he has opposed. He has said he will lead in giving the official position. But then for them, that, you know, they see it here and they can accuse others of having not read and of being clueless, including DMM here accusing people of being clueless. You know, I was listening to any of them telling me this is what, you know, being specific, this is what this, because they have read, in quotes, this is how this particular finance bill is better than that of last year. We have introduced this and that, which was not there last year. This is the way it is going to benefit common mwananchi, you know, but they are also talking about its generalities. But I want to say, Fred, that what matters to Kenyans and the questions that Kenyans should be asking about this finance bill is, one, you know, what does the finance bill propose to be, you know, the tax on imported materials, raw materials that are not produced locally, you know, to feed the local industries, which then will reduce the cost of production. What is in this budget then that reduces the cost of raw materials, especially imported raw materials? What is in this budget, in this particular finance bill? What are the proposals on the reduction of the cost of power? You know, because, you know, the cost of power drives the cost of everything else that there is in this particular economy. And I think that is one question that we should be asking ourselves, the proponents should be telling us exactly what provision is there in this, what proposal is there in this finance bill to see to it that, one, we produce more power, you know, and two, that we reduce the cost of power. Are there any proposals? For example, does the government, is there any proposal in this particular finance bill to see to it that there is more production of power, for example, through KenGen, that we are funding KenGen to produce more, because it is a fact that KenGen sells power to Kenya Power at a much, much lower cost than the independent power producers. In fact, about 4 times. So what is there in this? Those are the things that matter to Kenyans. I mean, what are the proposals in this particular finance bill that will help create more job opportunities for young people? You know, these are the things we should be addressing. I mean, there is a proposal that we will be reducing, we are cutting the budget for education. And that is something that has been there. I mean, it's in public domain that we are going to cut, that this particular finance bill proposes, you know, a reduction in the allocation to education. In fact, with the implication, although it is being fought, that parents might again be asked to start paying for national examinations, and that is something that is there. So what does this particular finance bill, propose to see to it that we fund education sufficiently? Because what is there what are the proposals that to fund health sufficiently? I mean, why would we have a big allocation to security, defense, and maybe internal security, which, you know, are not subjected to audit, because of course there are some secrets on what we acquire as maybe ammunition and that, you know, weaponry. I mean, why should we allocate more there? How much has been allocated to State House? Those are the questions that Kenyans want to hear. And Senator Mungatana, please, I want to ask you, let Gachagua be. Let him give his views. Give yours. You do not have to attack somebody's views while you are giving yours. That is, he has said that he is focused on one area of this country. I mean, you can choose.
That is true.
You can choose to focus
It's true.
on any area. He is no longer deputy president. So he has the freedom to focus on whichever area it is. So let people give others the opportunity to practice their political independence. You know, when I almost told my friend DMM, my lookalike, please, if you report, you do not call the kettle black. You know, he's saying that the Gachagua is always on rooftops on weekends. Who is the master of rooftops? Other than President, a better master other than President Ruto, whom he supports. Okay. He's on rooftops all the time. In fact, when he was hit by somebody with a shoe in Migori, he was on a rooftop. He was on a rooftop. He is a master of rooftop. He was leading Kasungu Ye song in Dagoretti here on rooftop. He is always on rooftop. So please, if you are supporting Ruto, please never say that anybody else is on rooftop. Because if you don't want people to be on rooftops, go and persuade Ruto to stop appearing on rooftops. Right. And regarding Gachagua listens to the ground all the time, so he gets the feedback. Allow me to address that question very quickly that you asked me about, and that is on the front page of the Star.
That is too abrasive. That is making more enemies.
You know one thing, whether you like Rigathi Gachagua or not, one thing you must agree with me, Fred, is that he is the most misquoted politician today. That people completely ignore, the basis of the statement that he makes. People, the context, they threw the context out of the window. Now, when he